there's a couple people around my level. And hello, everyone. Taking a little bit of a break. It's been a day. Got asked for that job interview. And I haven't taken it yet, to be fair. But, it doesn't look particularly good, just to be blunt. Of course, I'm going to give it everything I got, but
You need something?
you never know. Let's go put 3 of them up, see if I can maybe net back some of that money
See you
I
around.
burnt making them. Oh, wow, they're not selling for much. Watch, what is that? Sure, okay. I don't know what that is, but I'll watch it with you. Let's say... I can't say 1 gold for 3 bags. It's probably too much. So if I put 70... Well, this might work. He declines. Huh. Okay. Well, so much for that. Hmm. I'm pulling a random number out, but that might be enough to get him interested. It's not the cheapest, but... okay. Not worth it. The guy's trying to get it for, like, really cheap. Could go and buy up a couple of those silver bags, or, those bags. They're really cheap, honestly. I wonder... See what happens if I just do Silk Patch. Interesting, so there's a whole bunch of them. But still not a lot. Okay. If I bought all of these, I could flip them around for 30 silver a pop. What's up, Justin? How you doing, my dude? Yeah. If I bought all of them, I could try to flip them around, but honestly, time to do all that would take so long. It's not, frankly, worth it. Wonder how you get into the vaults for, like, the guild. Because there was...
How are you?
I know there's a way to do it, but I honestly don't know how to get into it from here. I don't think I actually have access to it, more likely, though, to be honest. How's life treating you, my dude? What have you been up to? Yeah, I'm gonna need to get rid of that light hide.
Have a good one.
Scout beers. Yeah. Make the formal white shirt, it's not that great of a value, honestly. 3. It's extremely difficult to get. I do have... It's not nearly as good. So... Oh, I need thick spider silk for this. That's disappointing. So I spent all that time getting spider silk and I can't even use it.
Safe travels.
Let's take a look at the selling price of spider silk. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. That sucks. Though, to be fair, I've been hearing that there's been a lot of sickness going around. So, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I was kind of wondering what was up with you. But, I was in Disney for the last couple days, so I'm far from upset, my dude. Okay, I'm just going to put this in for 20 silver. Have the buyout for 20, put it to 24. There's that. Let's see if there's any valuation on this light hide. Not much. Not enough to even be worthwhile the time to sell it. Tender crossless meat. I should sell that. Get rid of those two. Ooh. You look at Monster Hunter Wild at all? Because I have it. I want to play it, but well, it's not an easy game to play right now from what I've been hearing. The optimization is particularly poor. Oh yeah, I gotta remember to do a little bit of summoning of materials.
What can I do for you? Light bless you.
Monster Hunter Wilds. If you ever played a Monster Hunter, it seems to be a very interesting crossbreed between Rise and Worlds if you played them. If you haven't played a Monster Hunter, I'd recommend starting with Monster Hunter World. And if you want to try that out, I will 100% jump on and play that with you, my dude, because that game is a blast. levels. Lesser intellect. I don't think I need that. I already have intellect. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. But I would give Worlds more time in the oven before you go and play it. Right now, it is quite subpar for a $70 price tag. Like, very subpar. It's no Hunt Showdown is nothing like Monster Hunter. Like, comparing those two is frankly a disservice to both of them. But I understand why you say that. But yeah, very very different. Though technically speaking, Monster Hunter does have guns. They are guns in the most loose form of sense. He's not nearly high as I thought he would be. He's only 10 levels above me.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Okay, yeah, I did grab a bunch of stuff here, so. I don't think I'm going to go down these two. They don't really. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not bad in case of blood predictable physical attack spells, but move for cast. Yeah, that doesn't really have much of a value to me. And that's a good one because it just makes me better at pumping out DPS without stealing aggro. Also allows me to stay in the fight longer, which is a pretty big buff. Yeah,
That's still recharging.
there should be some gameplay of Worlds out there, which is the one I would recommend to go look at. I wouldn't recommend bothering with Wilds, especially if you're just starting out. Um, Unless you want to like go on the Switch, and then there's a lot of options. But I know you predominantly use your PC, and honestly, like a laptop now can 100% run Worlds with a controller, because the game is like 100% like you want to use a controller with it. But there's a bunch of different weapon types. There's like sword and shields, or sword and board as most people call it. I like hunting horn personally. Longsword is perhaps the most popular because it has a little bit of everything and it's phenomenal. There's dual daggers, there's hammers, there's giant axes and blades. There's like artillery lances and just normal lances with shields and all sorts of stuff. It's a really, really deep game, um, that really just kind of blows a lot of people's minds, honestly. Hmm. Sounds like an orc rogue is partying in Ironforge. Wonder if I can jump the... Oh, wow, I can. Oh, and I just did that. Go me. That's one thing I don't miss, that easy hang up.
It's too far away.
There we go, finally. Another quest completed.
Greetings.
I'm good there, don't have
Safe
to worry about
travels.
that. So let's go get those. Yeah, I mean the entire game is multiplayer. Technically speaking, you have to, like, for certain missions, go in solo first, and then you can back out, and your friends can join you and play with them, because you can't, like, watch cutscenes while on the same. And I know this sounds absolutely stupid, but, like, the second you're done with that, you can literally just, like, SOS back out, and you're good to go. And, like, if you get really far in, you're 100% able to just, you know, run it just like your friends and stuff, because I stopped doing that cutscene stupidity. But I have not done Wilds in a while. They added in a mechanic where you have to, like, wound limbs and stuff like that, which is different than how it's worked originally. And personally, I think the expansion that they did is interesting, but I think Rise had a better take on it. And effectively, instead of going like, oh, you have to wound things, like, they went with, yeah, you just have to go and, like, do fancy flip moves and stuff like that, and give you a bunch of mobility and stuff. They really went with the rule of cool, which was far better. But don't let me say, like, that's a bad, like, they're doing poor or something like with that, because it is a very good game. It's just very different than what it was at the start to what it is at the end. Fine. I'll pop that too, just because. I don't think I've ever actually streamed that game before. Or if I did, it was a very, very long time ago. Might as well save the inventory. But, like, the monster list is absolutely phenomenal. And then once you get to the guiding lens, things just get absolutely insane. because like the way it goes is like you start off in this one area that has like a collection of things that you could go to, and then as you keep hunting, you go further and further afield, and you start running into more and more baddies. Oh wow, that's a surprise. Didn't expect him to resist. Have to wonder if the big boy is somewhere out here. Panther, Elder. Only gonna be so many locations. Another Elder. Oh, I found him. Yeah, I mean, let me know, dude. I'd highly recommend wishlisting it because now that the new game is out, they're definitely going to be putting it on sale quite regularly, I feel.
That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Got him. Well, that was pretty easy, all things said and done. The part that sucks about like gaming like this is like I know I should be studying more, but I've like already put in what 2-3 hours of studying today, and it's like I studied previously on like more general like doing phone call questions because that's what I thought it was. Told phone call interview. I thought, oh, this is gonna be a phone call, like, I'm gonna be talking through it. Um, and then, once I started looking at it and I talked to my brother, he was like, oh, actually, they're going to send you a URL and you're going to actually have to code it there with him on the phone talking to you. And I'm like, that's not a phone call interview. Like, why would you call it that? But it is what it is. Yeah. And I'm
Now,
pretty sure you can get the base
see you
game for
around.
pretty cheap.
Have a good one.
Actually, you know what? Let's just take a brief second here. I want to take a look at this. Let's go featured. Yeah, it's $30 right now for the base game, which is what I'd recommend starting with. Because you're going to know pretty quickly whether or not there's any potential of you liking it. Um, and then who's Mary? Oh, Mary. Hmm. Yeah, don't bother with these like master edition or digital deluxe edition. All you really want to get is buy Monster Hunter Worlds, and then you're going to want to go. Yeah, they do this bullshit. I absolutely detest this. Um, yeah, all these things that they just nickel and dime you for, and they shove it in to try to keep it at $60 as an artificial way of doing it. Yeah, I'll just add that one to my library. It's dumb. Let's see. How can you actually get wilds by itself? Yeah, okay, so you can still get it. So, wow, they're charging 30, $40 for the base? That's bullshit. I would wait for a sale on that. yeah, it's bullshit. Like, don't all the DLCs, like 100%, all this stuff, absolute bull. Like, no reason to even consider it. Like level of bull. It's literally there. Yeah, it literally is. And there's a reason why Capcom gets shit on for being one of the scummiest like microtransaction companies, because they really do just pad their repertoire with obvious bullshit. And it's like they really prey upon people not understanding and not having friends to kind of like tell them what is and isn't realistic. And it's just like absolute bullshit. But you get a veteran with you and you're generally steered away from the stupid stuff. Um, because the community knows, you know, most of their practices at this point. They really aren't that bright. They don't come up with really creative or new ideas that like get through it. Once you've seen their tricks, you're like, oh yeah, okay. So they just keep doing this slow ball pitch over and over and over again, and it works well enough that they don't think of doing anything more sophisticated. Yeah, I know. But again, it's not actually that much. Like, most of it is like, here's $1 for a microtransaction that's literally a pendant. Here is $1 for a haircut. It's the dumbest things. Like, absolutely brain dead level of dumb. Uh, wait, did I? I still need more of them. Okay. Could go for it. Actually, is there no more? Oh, Raptor Master. Yeah, I'm not going after those. Yeah, okay. Not doing that at the moment. Call of Duty's a different thing. Like, Call of Duty has a bunch of cosmetics and then does a bunch of AI bullshit to, like, try to push people into playing with, like, others that are not only more skilled than you, but also have those skins. So they're effectively just farming like little kids to get them to buy more and more microtransactions. Like, that is scummy in such a way that it's honestly shocking that they don't like really get why they are so reviled. Like, it that is comically like I don't know. I don't have a good way of describing their level of scummy that is so blatantly obvious, like predatory on children, that it's like how do you not how do you not understand why people don't like you? Like, really?
It's still recharging. I can't pass that yet. It's still recharging. I can't pass that yet. The cell isn't ready yet.
Is that a bot? I have to wonder. Like, they are the definition of like, oh yeah, we're doing things that are just trying to mess with people because their parents don't know better or they're absentee and having their kids play video games all day is like the easy way. And like coming from someone that played a lot of video games as a kid, like definitely should get kids involved in sports and other activities, not let them play video games all day. I don't think it's that bad if kids play video games for a good amount. I learned a lot from them actually. But you really have to like be aware of what type of games that they're playing because not all games are the same. Oh, okay.
I can't pass that yet.
But, you know, I just have one basic opinion. Gonna have to figure out where to get that thick spider silk. Yeah, I really like this kind of armor because it gives me mana regeneration and also gives me resistances. So it's like fighting mages, it's a very good choice to be able to survive a fight. It's because that pretty much it's just private equity. Like they got into video games and instead of being like, how do we go and make good games? Western games development has become, how do we go and return money for our shareholders? Because games just kept getting bigger and bigger and they stopped being like actually from the company. And to be fair, like some devs 100% were like, hey, we want to do this, but yeah, that's not as many as it is. And then, you know, EA and what was it, Activision and yeah, pretty much a lot of the big guys, they effectively started buying up all the little guys and then just using their IPs. And like, let's not even pretend like the devs were really in control because they weren't. Like, yeah, sure, the like leadership of those dev teams sold out to, you know, have their lives set, and I entirely understand that, you know. They want to be able to provide for their families, but at the same time, like their decisions literally ended those companies. Like, yeah, they thought that they could survive for a while, but everyone underneath them, yeah, really should stop using that spell like that. I should just be arcane blasting them, but it's so easy. So brain dead easy. I really don't want to just like. Real. That's an impressive statement. But then again, I've never heard anything about Once Human, so I imagine their decisions have done their work for them. It's kind of like Evolved, because like Evolved had a lot of promise, but the reality is like the market it released into, uh, like it pretty much set the trend of what the future of like microtransaction sales were going to be. And that game got, quite frankly, the correct like reception. And getting it re-released into this environment and then proceeding not really to do much of anything because at the end of the day, like the core systems were just not good. Um, felt good. Like watching it fail twice was quite humorous. Though I won't lie, I did really like the game. I thought there was a lot of potential to it, but 100% they were paying people to play it. And the second that money ran out, people stopped playing it. Yeah, I mean that strikes me as kind of like Overwatch more than Call of Duty, because Overwatch was all about the loot boxes. But Call of Duty, I guess, also had that. But I think you could direct buy things for stupid amount of money.
It's too far away. It's still recharging.
that. I need one more freaking tumbled crystal. Oh, there we go.
I need to get closer.
Rocket League got rid of its loot boxes? That sounds insane to me.
I'm out of range.
Okay. Come on. Ah, there we go, finally. Okay. Well, that solved that problem. Which means now we can go to this one. Because I'm pretty sure those leopards, or panthers, sorry, not leopards, are right over here. It's like a bunch of them in this area. But they're all stealthed. Am I in the wrong area? Why are there tigers here? I thought last time there were panthers. The Shadow Maw Panthers. Maybe I'm in the wrong place? Maybe it's over there, on that side. Didn't aggro. These tigresses aren't what I'm looking for, but I think I'm going to have to kill a couple if I want to actually proceed through here.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Blink how I love you and hate you in the same breath. Bingo. Found him.
It's still recharging.
That's good. I kind of do and don't like the battle pass idea. Like, I think the battle pass is far more fair because it's supposed to be like a linear progression of achievable like goals that go and actually get you, you know, whatever it is in game. But the thing is, like, battle passes have so much bloat that effectively just, I don't know, they try to get people to cut through it somehow. Yeah, I played Rocket League for the first like 2 to 3 years that it was out. I thought it was a really cool game, but it's just like once people really started getting good at it and like doing like the boost flip side whatever jumps, I just realized I had no hope of continuing being competitive in it because I just didn't have the time. Like that game required so much of an investment to be decent that I was just like, yeah, I have no shot at actually doing half decently at this, and gave up. That really is all it is. Exactly. Well, yeah, that's the general idea is FOMO, which is why I like things like Deep Rock Galactic, which while using like the battle pass, you're still able to like to work on them. And I believe also like Warframe did something kind of similar, but I don't know if that's true because they change a lot of things quite regularly. Oh, jeez. Okay, come on, give me the item. I got the gorilla thing, but no, I want to go. Okay, so I better start figuring out how to get out of here and not get nom nom nommed on. I could have sworn there were panthers around here. But it doesn't really seem like it. I found one, but unless maybe they're on this side somewhere? Up in those trees? Maybe I'm on the wrong side of the field. Yeah, I don't think I ever made it to Diamond. I don't think I even really played ranked as far as I remembered. Like, the last game that I... Okay, I love you. Okay, I have hope. Okay. Okay. Hopefully I'll get it all here in like just a couple seconds. I just need 2 more. Oh, well, that's nice. Ooh, pardon me. There we go. Got him at least. Are you kidding me? Come on. Yeah, that was me and Monster Hunter for a while. But then I realized controllers never go bad, and they're just phenomenal, so... For some games, at least. Like, Dark Souls, they're really good.
That's still recharging. I can't pass that thing.
Okay, there we go. Could go teleport back, or... Yeah, I'm just going to get up to that basin, and then I'm just going to walk over to the Hemingway camp, see if I can... Oh. No, you don't. I ain't dealing with you. Are you kidding me? That bugger caught up to me. And then he thunderclapped me. How rude. Okay, well, that didn't work. Yeah, I bought a third-party one. And honestly, I've had this thing now for, what, 8, 9 years? And it's done a pretty good job, all things said and done. I mean, is it the best thing in the world? No, but it works on just about everything I plug it into, and I haven't had stick drift or any other major issues. The buttons all work, and I definitely have mashed on that thing quite a bit. just cut in here, and I think they're raptors over here, but that's fine. Should also be a couple blood scalps like right on top of this, so. Oh, murlocs. Oh yeah, there are murlocs over by the water. I forgot about this. Yeah. I don't think it even has. Yeah, it has an Xbox icon in the center, but I don't think it's actually an official Xbox controller. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is an Amazon cheap knockoff. Has the Amazon's name on the back, but oh well. Dude, I don't think I'm going to get this job meta. I'm thinking about it like really hard. And I'm just like, I know. Even if I spend like another 10 hours on it, I'm not going to have enough of an improvement to realistically change the outcome of it. I think the biggest thing that I could really get out of this is maybe a learn of like how exactly they work, how like get experience actually having a Fang interview, because I've never had one before, and this is going to be like the very first one to really kind of learn what it's like. I just, you know, I hope he just doesn't blackball me because, you know. No, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, I could, of course, be studying, like, right this moment, but I've put so many hours into it, and I'm already jet-lagged and tired, like... Oh.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Oh. Come on. Get the man up. There's not much reason. Honestly, fighting these guys, though, I don't really know if it's worthwhile to be running that defense shield. Because they're not really getting close to me. I'm good enough at keeping them at a distance that actually keeping my mana up might be more valuable in these situations.
I need to get closer.
Now watch this.
That's still recharging.
Got him. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's good being a data engineer. I enjoy the work-life balance. I like using my head. I like just being able to be at home and like do everything. But I know if I take these jobs, like they're gonna make me come in, and it's like there goes the work-life balance. They're going to pretty much be like, hey, like you're gonna do this and it's gonna be great for your career. And I'm like, yeah, I've already done that once, mate. Like I'm not particularly impressed by that rhetoric. Seriously? What are you eating? Also, it's like really important to eat regularly and eat good food when you're sick, my dude. Yeah, how is everything in the energy industry right now? Because there's been some interesting conversations going on between the US and Europe and like, what we're going to be doing and what resources we're going to be getting out of them and selling to them. Because sounds spicy. I would hate to be the people in charge of selling volumes, because I bet they are pulling their hairs out trying to figure out what the hell is going to happen to their field. Yeah, uh, I know. I think everyone does. Honestly, at this point, I have to wonder where exactly it is that people are moving up because of the salaries and where people are moving up simply because the work-life balance is better. Like, it's just becoming more and more, like, poor quality,
It's too far away.
that I have to kind of question, like, what people's motives really are. Because it's just like, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, they are just not making great deals for people to be really wanting to work for them. It's like, yeah, you can throw thousands upon thousands of dollars for them, but if they get one title up from that position, all of a sudden they get half the number of hours that they actually have to work. So, like, do you really think they're like in it to solve your problems, or are they in it to try to just make the money and get up to the next position? Because that's the only thing that A is going to have them fight inflation, is the jump between titles, and B, they don't have to work as hard and deal with as much. Well, I mean, they still have to deal with bullshit. There's no way avoiding that until like you're at the very top. But yeah, it's kind of like what I've been hearing is like things are getting very interesting as far as like supplies, materials, and like tech. Um, because like Europe is pretty much looking at fully decoupling, and I don't fully blame them. I mean, it's been
I'm out of
it's
range.
hard to
I
make
can't
business
pass that
plans when
thing.
you have a dude that can't decide what he wants to do between one week to the next. You're going to make deals even though we made a deal just a couple years ago and I was saying it was a great win for us, and then all of a sudden he's like, it's the worst deal of all kind. It's like, what? And then there's a deal with Canada, but it's pretty much the exact same deal that, I mean, there are differences because, like, the US is now involved with it. Like, there is involvement with the United States. There is more, like, joint integrations and also supposed to be, like, better communication. Like, what is the term? I'm trying to remember. It was, like, allocation of resources is what it really, like, comes down to. But, it's supposed to be working closer together to fight fentanyl and everything else. But whether or not that's actually going to work, who knows? But effectively, like, most of it Canada was going to do anyways. The big part is now they're just working with the United States. And it's not even like they're under the United States or anything else like that. So I don't know. Jesus, 350. That's a lot of field engineers. There we go. Bingo. I'm gonna just pop that so I free up the inventory space. But it's been interesting just listening to the rhetoric, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And it's like, that's also part of the reason why I'm looking at this entire thing from Meta with, like, kind of, like, questioning eyes, because, like, they announced, what was it, $300 billion investment, or was it 30 billion? I forget what it is. It's 3 and a 0 and maybe a couple of them. Investment, and it's like in data centers and a whole bunch of stuff, and that's effectively why they're going down and knocking on everyone's door that has data engineering, and they're just trying to draw everyone in. And the reality is like, they're going to do this, they're going to keep them for like 6 months, and they're going to fire a bunch of people, and that's really how it's likely going to go. Can't really trust them to be honest with what they're going to do. So it's like, from the start of it, they know they're going to, like, pretty much burn most of the department. And I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the level of risk. Of course, I can't tell the recruiter that, because that would get me blackballed for even admitting that's possible. But that is the reality of it, is like, without... Hold on, I gotta kill this thing. Like, it goes well until they decide, we don't like how it's performing, and then they pretty much go in emergency reverse course. Why is it resisting so many of my wand strikes? Okay, that happened. That legitimately just happened. Let's see, do you think it's faster to go... Actually, I know for a fact it's faster just to walk my butt over there. Exactly, and you know for a fact they're not keeping necessarily the best or, like, you know, the most experienced. I mean, they do keep some of the good ones, but really it's just how important are you, A, and then B, is your group cheap enough? And that's normally how it goes, is your group cheap enough, and they lay you off if you're not. Because the people making the decisions have no idea what on earth you do. They don't know what, like, the actual components are. They have no clue how things should operate. They just know numbers go up, and they like that when it's their stonk. And that's pretty much how they operate. I mean, I'm sure there's more consideration than that. Like, how easily do they think they can, like, bring in lower, cheaper devs? Because that's effectively what I'm pretty sure this is they're looking to get rid of a bunch of guys, grab a couple cheap dudes, and then, yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cyclical. Like, they announce a mass expansion, in 6 months they lay off like 10 to 30%, and that's really just how it works. So, like, the definition of me being leery right here. But if I can, get through the interview and everything, maybe it's worthwhile. But we'll see what we'll see. There we go. Okay, I'm almost through the line. There we go. See? Yeah, well, problem is that I don't really know what's better work-life balance than work from home. Like, the reality is like, I can solve problems at my own pace. I don't really have a manager that understands what exactly I do. Um, and I solve the problems effectively whenever I want, which is generally within like 5 to 15 minutes, and then I just move on to the next one when I think it's a big enough of a pain in the butt. And if they really need it, I'm like, okay, I'll get it done right now. It's effectively what I've been doing for like 2 years now. It's, you know, it's an easy job. It doesn't require a lot of brain processing. It just sucks when, I spend so many hours on something to cause a solution for them, and then they're just like, yeah, we don't want to risk doing this because then we're on the hook for things. And I'm just like, well, okay. Like, that was a good, like, 40 to 50 hours of, like, serious design work I just spent that got wasted because they effectively don't want to solve a major issue for our customer and maybe sell something. Like, it's like, I don't know. I look at those kind of things and it really frustrates me because my solution would work and it would make perfect sense for our design, but
Be careful.
they don't want to go and effectively be on the hook for relatively minor things when it has assured payout. Like, you will make a profit margin no matter what. Maybe it won't be in billions of dollars if it doesn't go into the big way of like a solution, but even if it has a moderate level of success, it would be in the hundreds upon hundreds of millions. Like, that's enough to pay for a couple teams by itself, all the dev work and time figuring it out for multiple years. And you could do that in like the first 3 months. Like, the risk reward like factors, like just looking at it, their reason for not doing it is frankly the guy is too new and too green. Like, not that he's actually like green as like a VP level guy. He's just too green with the company to really be comfortable trying to do like the solution the way I'm recommending doing it, because he thinks that his people are going to be able to provide the solution with no problems, and he has no idea of the history of the company and just frankly how poorly at times delivery of new solutions have gone. So we'll see how it goes, but I'll just shrug my shoulder and say, okay, good luck. I put a bug in someone's ear that, they should maybe look over the guy's shoulder and see what resources he's using and how he's going to do a solution. But I don't know. It's a long shot. We'll see what we'll see. But if they actually do create that solution, then effectively my job is going to become even easier, and I'm not going to have to worry about anything, which is perfectly fine by me.
I supply only the
But it'll
finest
only
goods
be easier if they actually do it right. Otherwise, it'll become a massive pain in my butt.
for the Alliance.
So, oh yeah, I got to go up to Duskwood. Honestly, by the time I get to yeah, you know what I'll do? I'll go down and I'll fly all the way through. That's what I'll do. I'll just fly straight down to Booty Bay instead of wasting the time trying to walk. Oh hey, it's Ulysses. Yeah, probably gonna have to get. I wish I knew where to get some better like cloth things to build. The thicks, actually, you know what? Let's be smart. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like easy, but it's definitely easy with how much experience I have. Like I can do this because I like already spent in the hundreds of hours at the start to like optimize everything and get it to be like fully automatic. Like if I hadn't have put in the like literal hundreds of hours to fully automate the solution, wouldn't have been this easy. Like it's easy now, but it's easy now because I've pretty much put in all the sweat to convert everything over from being manual. Because I originally had an analyst doing my job, and he had no clue what he was doing. Well, he knew what he was doing. He did a pretty good job on doing a lot of the minor fixes and getting
Help
things
you
like
find something?
doing automatic triggers and stuff like that. That's pretty good for a start. But, you know, there are checks and stuff that you need to do to really be able to automate the process end to end.
Farewell.
Especially now that Germany has like new compliance things that you have to do. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure you make more than me, all things said and done with your overtime, because I don't get overtime. And I do have to answer bullshit at random hours. But it's not that bad, honestly. I'll take bullshit at random hours over having to fly out for like weeks. I think I actually now have a new thing that I can make. Yeah. I make it $111. So, over 100k, but not that much over 11k. I hope I actually said that in a way that makes sense. Oh wait, why am I making that? I don't want that. Whoops. Dumb on my part. Well, I just wasted 3 bolts of silk, so what? 9 silk cloth. Or sorry, no, 12. 12 silk cloth and 6 of the fine thread. Oh well, that is what it is.
King's honor, friend.
Close. I need more. Well, if I make these 2, fine, I'll make these 2. Why not? Yeah, that does suck. Darn it! So close and so far.
Light bless you.
Wonder how much silk costs in the auction house. I'm not high enough to do it. Otherwise, that would be nice. But see, like, that's one of the things, though, we were just talking about, like, the quality, you know? $11 silver. Almost a gold? That's freaking dumb. Let's see, silk cloth. 8, 10, 20 for 40. If it's 4 a pop... Oh, wait. Actually, these aren't bad deals, all things said and done. Oh, nice.
Looking for something specific? Be careful.
Could go to Ironforge, get more of those shiny red apples. Those are good too, but I have 15 of the stews already. I don't really need more. Did I forget something in the auction house? Oh, maybe one of my things sold? Oh, nice! Well, let's do another rotation here of bags. It's good getting a bunch of different colored bags.
Hello. See you later.
Okay, one more. Oh wait, I should also put this mage cloth in with my other mage cloth.
Good day to you.
I did not put this mage cloth in. Oh yeah, there it is. I'm wrong. Okay, that's nice. Honestly, let's throw a couple of these out here just to keep them where I
Safe
can see them,
travels.
so I can keep working on it. And then I'm just gonna go and let's see here. What was I? Where? Oh, I literally clicked every bag but the one I wanted to do. Okay. $20 silver. And that's really rare as well. Like my company, for instance, no plan of how to move people up internally. It's like that is one of the things that I have to give uh, Google and Meta points for. They do have plans for that. Not much of one, but they do have one. Honestly, put it for 2 hours. It's not much. I do that, make 25 silver. Not a great margin, but fine. I'll put 1 in.
How are you? See you later.
What? Can I not put it in there?
You need something?
Weird.
See you around.
Yeah, I think I might... Do I want to AFK in Stormwind, or do I want to go all the way down to... Heads or tails? Yeah, that is pretty good, actually. Because the reality is like the American industry in pretty much everything metallurgical, regardless of what Trump said,
Greetings.
manufacturing has not started making a comeback as far as what I've seen. And hopefully that will, turn around, but it will be what it will be. It's not easy to shift, what, 2 decades, 3 decades? Yeah, they pretty much have been axing manufacturing in the United States since I was a kid. Maybe even before that as well, so at least 3 decades worth of, like, outsourcing, I guess. Nice Areolana. Aerolina? I don't know. I will admit though, Justin, like I do think of like your fields, that and industrial engineering as like backups. Because if I get sick of data engineering, I might really just have to try an entirely different field. And it'll suck to move away from data, but do you have to have a security clearance to do your job? I can't remember. I don't think so. Not that it would be a problem, but I just wonder if that helps. Because I've helped a couple people get security clearance at this point. I think I'm now like up to 4 or 5. Yeah, I think I'm at 3, or no, 4. I'm at 4. I will be 5 if David ends up getting it. Really? Makes sense. Well, because some, like what you were saying and what we were kind of talking about, like, not every turbine is the exact same, and sometimes, like, because the individual location is, like, secure, knowing what they run on for power and stuff like that can be considered classified, because it's a critical piece of infrastructure.
Talk to me. Glad I could help. Keep it real. Hurry back. Keep it real.
Ooh. That's a win.
What's up? Hurry back.
What does this guy do?
Glad I could help. Hurry back. Time is money, friend. Keep it real.
Not what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think it's up. I need to be a layer above. And then probably that one? Or this? Is it this? No, okay, not this one, but it's close. Ah, there we go.
Yo. Keep it real. Be good.
Lake Nesfrit.
Have a good one.
Okay. So, right where I was messing with them earlier.
I got what you need.
I don't particularly need that. It's not particularly important. I'll throw that there. Put these two right there. There we go. That'll solve that problem. And let's see if there's any... Nope, that's leatherworking.
I've got one.
It's huge. Oh.
Glad I could help.
That is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, well, now I've seen all that. I don't think there's really anything
Why
left
not?
for me to worry about at the moment. Really knocked out. Yeah, I already have that Enchanter's cow. I don't need that, and I don't have anything that I can do with that either. So
Be good.
yeah, I'm already maxed out here.
Glad I could help.
Yeah, I guess I go to the inn and I chill out and call it a day. Could try to get some of these other these are kind of a pain in the butt, though it's nice that I almost have them entirely done. There's no way I'm completing this one. Yeah, not really worth it. Okay. Going to be the same rest as what's different. Pipes are all rather different. Well, yeah, of course. So G7, same, but in two different plants. Fuel and gas and liquid fuels will be different, as well as the system pipes. But there's also additives and mixes that they can do to like do different things with the plant. You could also use it like as a heat exchanger to go and like build up steam and pipe that steam to run a separate process. Though it's not as likely to be done, I don't think. But you could definitely use it for like a geothermal, like subfloor heating system, or if you wanted a temperature control system and you didn't want to go and have like a special HVAC, and you wanted to go and like geothermally heat, well, not geothermally heat something because it's not geothermal, but you wanted steam heating, um, you could run that. Like there's a lot of opportunity to utilize like a turbine for multiple different systems besides simply power. The question is if someone would be willing to do that. And the US government comes up with enough weird ideas sometimes that I could see someone doing something crazy with a turbine. But that's neither here nor there. Oh, I need to get back to studying. I don't want to get back to studying, but I need to get back to studying. So I'm going to leave it here. Combined cycle more than combined cycle. Yeah, I just figured steam would be one of the materials that they would have an interest in because of its thermal properties and also the fact that you can transfer it really quickly. But yeah, anyways, my dude, thanks for stopping by. And to the other lurkers, I was surprised to see myself jump up to 6 for a moment there. But hey, it was cool. Thanks, everyone, and have a good night. Oh, okay. The plant you work at. There is a combined cycle. That's really cool. Yeah, but take it easy, my dudes. Bye bye.